You can keep your cocoa beans. I want vanilla. Howdy folks, Grok the Duck Farmer here, and I'm hanging out on the FTOG vanilla server here at my base. And you know, there's been enough of the mobs. You can see a zombie and a creeper out there. I'm thinking I may claim a few more chunks around my base just to keep them away, because I don't like, you know, zombie hugs and creeper hugs and, you know, witches saying, "Here, taste my newest potion." Yeah, I'll give that a miss, thanks. Anyway, I've been a little bit busy. I started working on some walls, and here, there's the beginning of the second story, or I guess that's the walls of the actual main building, since that's ground floor of my design. And you can see it's the sandstone and nether brick motif, that same and different combination. So these are all same, but they're different. There's a little different. I'm kind of jazzing on the way that's looking. It's going to be empty on the center, so there'll be ways of getting up to the top, but still need to do some more work. And I moved my building supplies up to here. Let's see how my nether bits are doing. Yeah, this is getting kind of low. These are the non-sandstone bits. Those are the random things, and all my sandstone got moved up to there. I've been going wrong direction. Yeah, 1,000 blocks over that way, riding my boat for a little bit, a good 2/3 of the way on the boat, and just chewing up the desert over there. And that's where I've been getting most of these, although I think I may be able, I might have enough in my bank to buy the rest of them. Above this floor is going to be another floor, and then towers above that. I have ways of getting up here. Let's actually get up here. Got these ladders here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to set up ladders to the next floor above this. I'm not sure. I'll have to play with this. You know, normally I would have a storage room that just has gazillions of chests all over the place, but I don't feel like I need that much, because I can sell stuff and buy stuff. So things I can't buy, I'll definitely keep. Oh, got an addition here to my stable. Got Twiggy. Was over at Belsidar's base. Hello, Twiggy. Sorry, no apples for you. Although, you know, could definitely stand a few apples. And I saw there were some skeleton riders over there, and so I killed one remaining skeleton, and figured I'd claim one of the horses, because, you know, hey, different. Don't remember if I showed this off. This is a slow but nice little money maker, in that I've got silk touch on my shovel, so I can come here and I can silk touch the podzol. No, mycelium, and you can buy a mycelium. That's the one I bought right underneath the torch, and then 2 stacks of dirt goes around it. And when it's all filled in, then I go ahead and harvest up the 2 stacks of dirt, sell them, and buy 2 stacks more, and I get 9 profit for each block, which, you know, not bad. But here, I don't need these right now. Other thing that I've been doing to make lots of money, because I'm going to need to get lots more of the sandstone. I've gotten down to the stone layer of the desert, down to the basement. Splash. Over here, I think I was mentioning I was going to hammer out these additional pieces because I've claimed them. Well, I'm looking at claiming the other 3 chunks that go here. But one of the things I was looking at doing is chewing these down to bedrock, and doing so I can sell off all the stone because I don't really need it. And I was playing with this idea that here at the bedrock layer I would put glass, and then down, let's see, this is layer 5, down there on, let's see, this is 5, 4, 3, so down in the holes of 2, Y2, that's all getting filled up with lava, because that provides a nice little light layer down there, and it kind of looks cool. I don't know if I'm going to do that with everything, and I'm not sure I'm going to do all of the main area, because this connects over to there. I didn't want to fill that in yet. But I was thinking that experimenting with this, going, I kind of like this. Still not really sure what to put down here. I definitely want to claim every diamond that's down in this area. That's why I'm chewing down, and I found a bunch of diamonds in this area, and since I got my silk touch, I can sit there and pick those up really well. Left the walls just as is because I have no idea what I'm doing with them. But, you know, eventually I'll come up with a plan. So when the house is too noisy, or, you know, all I want to do is just some brain dead picking, I will go down here and I'll chew up some more space. And, you know, I can watch something on one monitor while chewing down that with the other. And all that lava came from this lava field over here. As I figure I might as well use what I've got. And you can see where the obsidian was. But I've since pulled out all the lava, and I'm starting to work on that layer over there. Oh, it may extend a little bit further out there. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll be sucking up all that lava and using that for the floors, but I've also, let's go back to spawn, I've been also using it to bulk process my nether rack. How much is left? Oh, it's still got a little bit. This also has some here. Using lava buckets, because that does 100 netherrack very easily. And yep, just used up a little bit more. I could use charcoal. Let's see. Nope. Where's my charcoal? Nope. You get to see all my boxes. Okay, these are blocks of coal, and that would work. But I could also sit there and just chop down a bunch of trees and burn them into charcoal and use those too. Now I'm trying to remember. Is that no? That's a vanilla thing. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm staying vanilla. But each block here burns as much as a bucket of lava, and I've got plenty of leftover. Wow, I've got a bunch of leftover coal, so I could use that as a way of, you know, processing this. But I think I've got enough here and that there. I should be able to process all that I've got left. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and head upstairs and start working on the other 3 sides of this and start building up this, and maybe even start working on the layer above this. But right now, time to lay down some walls. And just like that, that floor is done. Now let's go wander in and see what it looks like now. I do kind of like the gate work here, and it definitely is giving it some shape here. I have no idea what to put down here, although I'm thinking one of these should be like an enchanting area, or maybe that would go up above. There's hiding around here is the access down, and that's on all of these corners. So anywhere I'm at, I can sit there and go up. There's lots of places to go up, lots of places to head on down. All of that's there. So chest, yeah, I don't know. You know, that's temporary, but it's working. And let's head on up. And so yeah, I've got railings here, but I took this one out. I figured this way, if I really needed to get down, I could jump, because, you know, why not? Yeah, now I need to sit there and get ready to put the next layer. And as I was building this, I was sitting here going, block. Okay, let me look. Okay, that's what I need. Block. What else do I need? Okay, block. And it was very easy once I had the other side done, because then I could look and say, okay, yeah, that block needs to be there. You can see the weird lighting glitch, you know, so you can see those are stairs. Made it much easier to figure out things, but let's head on down. I ended up saying, you know, I've got some glowstone I found, but I just bought the glowstone I needed here. Oh, I thought these would connect. No, I guess they don't connect, because they look like they connect going up from the bottom, but it's a transparent block. I guess it's not a solid block, and so the fence posts don't connect into it. I can live with that. It looks okay. All of a sudden I was going, hey, how come that's not there? But oh well. So yeah, mixture of the really light birch to counterbalance the sandstone, and then the really dark netherrack works very nicely in there. And I almost forgot all of these, but I think that works really well to kind of hold up the floor, and then part of the, having these stairs up and down breaks up the walls so that they're not just, straight flat walls. These walls are very flat, but because of all the different textures, it breaks it up a bunch. This one is just, pretty much standard sandstone, and so I wanted to break it up with different blocks there. You can barely see there's stairs there, so it doesn't quite, there's some darkness. It's those little things that I spend some time fiddling with just to make sure it looks good. So, all right, now for the floor above, which I think, I'd have to look at my notes, I think it's even taller than this, or not. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it. It's the next morning, and you can see I've gotten a good chunk of the second story put in place, and I wanted to bring you in and show you how I've been doing this, because this I did last night while I was chatting on Discord with a bunch of the FTOG people, and I was able to chat while at the same time build the walls and do all that fun stuff. You can see this little thingy here. Let's come over around here. That's because it's saying, hey, that's wrong. This ladder wasn't part of the original plan, but I needed something to get up and down here. If I go into Schematica and I up the layer 1, this is the 23rd layer, and you can see this is what needs to be here. So I have to be very careful. These are full blocks, and that's an upside down stair, and I can tell because that pattern. So, and it's just pointing out this way. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong piece. That is not a regular stair. Oh, okay. It's the wrong color. There we go. And if I can't really look, oh, it's one of the smooth. All right, that's this one. And now it's happy. So that's what I've been doing very, very carefully through here, because I spent a bunch of time building this in creative mode, and then took the schematic of it so that I could then rebuild it here in survival. There we go. And there's another, well, I really can't do an upside down stair against nothing. Oh, there we go. But I can if I very carefully put it right against that corner. There we go. So that's what I've been doing. That's another one of the smooth. And it's like this. It's not super, super fast. Why you? Oh, that's because it's hanging over the air. There's nothing below it to build. But that's what I've been doing here. And it takes a little bit of time. Oh, there's got some upside down stairs. You can see it's kind of narrowing in because the line above here, or the layer above here, is the top floor. So here, let's do that once more. Jink. There, you can see it's this big top floor up here, and that's why I figured, originally I didn't have anything up here, had no plans for anything up here, no way of getting up here. But I think what I will do, I think I will keep this. Oh, I can't have that there. So let's go ahead and break that out of the way. I'm thinking that I will actually keep those stairs, and that way I have an access way up here. Wrong block. That way I can actually get up to this upper floor if there's stuff up here I need or want to put up here. And again, I'll have to think about it, but it's why not get up here if I'm building it? So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I just noticed I've got kind of a morning voice. Hello, it's morning. But that's what happens. Hey, give me over there. And you, and there's nothing there. Do it against that one, your stairs. These are kind of pulling in. You can see it better over here. It's pulling in to support the floor that's going to be up above, as well as these pieces here are sticking out. Back to here, let's go fall down and not take too much damage if I can avoid it. Ouch. Just to show what, come on, hop up there. Pull back, there we go. Just to give you an idea of what the upper floor looks like, we've got repeating arches going on, kind of like what we've got down below. We've got some window treatments going on, so light can be seen from within. You know, I'm kind of liking this, the repeating of the nether brick and the sandstone. I like it. It's an interesting combination, light and dark. 2 episodes of Futurama later, and I'm up to here. Well, okay, it was more than just watching Futurama. I also went over to Belzedar's base and got some more birch and some more spruce, because I needed that for making these fence posts. And so yeah, it's time to wrap up this layer. Dink dunk. Let's see, that goes there, and you go against that, and layer done. Yeah, I'm getting really low on my netherrack. I'm gonna have to, or nether brick. I'm gonna have to probably go make another trip or buy that. I wonder what's the shop price on nether. Oh, I can buy nether brick. Brick is 20 and netherrack is 5. Yeah, so it's the same cost. I'd probably just buy the brick because it's cheap enough to do that. Anyway, I went ahead and bought the glowstone because, like I said, I've got 40 glowstone powder, and that's all I've got right now. But yeah, I have the temporary ladder up, and I'm liking the ladder here. It wasn't part of my original plans, and I wasn't thinking of actually going up there, but I've got a floor up there. I might as well do that. And I think if I counted right, that floor here is 7 tall, not counting the ceiling floor here. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is a taller floor. And there's not as much breaking up of the space here with different blocks, but it's okay. I'm not going to be spending a huge amount of time up here, I don't think. But that's what I've been doing. And I'm thinking I like this way up. I may mirror that on that side and then over there on those 2 sides, so there's ways up. But haven't done that yet. Anyway, gotta keep going, because it's going further up, much further up. At this point, the center is gonna start vaulting over. You can see how we're kind of pulling in, but then there's also going to be towers here in the corners. You can see the beginning of 2 center. There's going to be 2 center, 2 center. That's the towers going up, and you can see the top of the building. That's how tall it's going to be. That's 80 blocks from the sandstone. You can't see it, but yeah, below that, the basement up to the tippy top, 80 blocks. More building. Good news, everyone. I am on layer 40 here of the structure, which means I'm halfway done. And I'm also done with the final episode of Futurama, so I've moved on to Longmire, Season 2, and watching that. And unfortunately, I'm almost out of sandstone. That's all that I have left. Which means I'm going to have to go digging over there. Yes, that beacon way over there. And there's not much sandstone, but there's plenty of sand. So I'm going to have to dig 4 times as much. Who is the idiot that designed this thing and figured it was so great to make something extra tall? Me. I'm the idiot. Why'd I pick something so big? I don't know. Oh well, back to building. 9 hours later. Oh man, I've stopped keeping track of what I've been watching or what I've been doing, but it's the next morning at least since the last video. But it's done. There we go. There is the Tower of Power, or Grok's Inadequacy, finally done. I went through it the last minute and decided that the centerpiece needed more light, and so I pillared up there and I placed torches all along the top and down the sides to kind of get that centerpiece lit up more and to contrast the darker of the towers. Okay, there we go. That is the tower. That's my version of the tower that I found. And here's the original tower. as I built it in a single player world. And then I said, okay, let me make that 2x2 chunk a 3x3 chunk and much bigger. So I should check, but I don't remember how tall the original was. But I said, I'm going to do this my way, with my styling, with my changes of the stone, with adding some nether brick in there for darkness. That I like. And now I'm way up here. I had to pillar up over here so that I could actually see this. But I'm liking it here. Let's, I'm going to tear this down and meet you there in the building. Okay, so here's the base from down below, and I like how it looms. I'm hoping it looms enough that the skeletons will stop sniping me as I'm running around. But yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm even kind of liking the lighting effects as the sun comes up. The lighting effects here with the torches and the glowstone. So let's take a look from the inside, and I kind of like that. I kind of like how I can look up through there and see the center, and it's cool. It definitely looms. Here, let's head on up. And I had that schematic that gave me an idea as to what to do here. So let me open this up so you can see it. I'm showing this so that you can see the changes I made from what I designed originally and what I implemented here. For example, I wanted more light in this area, so I added some torches along here. And these ladders going up were not part of the initial plan. I wasn't thinking of doing that at all. And evidently, these corners, these two here, didn't have the smooth stone pieces where I had it on the others. But yeah, you can kind of see, like here I've got these corners. Well, I did this here where I have a solid block here instead of the stairs. And so I added the corners up here to do the same thing. And I'm liking it, especially at the last second. I decided to pillar up here and add these torches in because I thought I made oh. Okay, that I'm changing right now. That's twice now I've fallen off of that. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it was kind of nice to have those there, but no. If I'm gonna fall off like that, I'm gonna fix it. All right, so let's go up. This is new. Did I not have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2? Oh, I must have missed the second one over there. But I added that, made sure that was added. So this is the top floor that you can access, and I'm not sure what all I'm going to do with here. But anyway, you can see where I changed ideas. This is where the towers go, all the way to the top. And originally I had clear glass up there, and I changed that for white. Just that's why it's the wrong color up there. And yeah, I'm not accessing anything up there. I could, if I really, really wanted to, put a ladder all the way up and trapdoors and things, but I don't see really the need. I decided, instead of having 3 blocks right here and it be flat, to kind of curve it a little bit by taking that block out, that's why it's blue, and then putting these stairs in place. I think that looks better. I also connected this with a stair to kind of hold this piece up, just to kind of continue that along, and I did the same thing way up there. But just to kind of give it some heft, did all the glowstone, which has the fences on the other side. I did the glowstone so light would peek out as well as light up in here. And I had to buy a lot of this because I was out of the glowstone. But I put the stairs on the top and bottom to kind of hold it in place rather than having floating glowstone. I thought that was much better looking. And I thought about putting torches on here, but we got the glowstone. It lights this area pretty nice. All right, let's turn this off. Hide that. We don't need the schematic anymore. So this is the base, and like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do with all of these floors, but I definitely have room now to build several things. and I have several ideas of stuff that needs to be done. One of the first things that I need to do, if we go down to the basement, down here, I need a stable for my horses, and I need to do something with my domestic animals. I've got 4 cows. Yeah, I've got 4 cows here and a sheep. So I need to find at least another sheep and do something with those guys, because I think I'm getting kind of low on my food. I've been eating steaks, but got to sit there and do something with that, and also make a little bit more money. I've spent so much on, at the very last, I was buying netherrack and glowstone, and I said, I'm done. I was so close to finishing up at the top that I said, nope, I'm done. I don't want to make another trip to the nether. I don't want to do anything else. I just wanted to get it done. I also need to move the stuff here so I can put these 2 blocks in place, so I can... Actually, I don't need this one anymore because there's nothing in it. But I need to move the chests around. And yeah, I am pretty much out of everything. So at the very last, instead of using the way up the very top, those are slabs instead of solid blocks. Because I ran out of solid blocks, but I still had slabs. So I said, fine. Anyway, the building is done on the outside and all the way up to the top, and that makes me happy. I still don't know why I designed it so big. Why was I thinking this was a good idea? I don't know. Anyway, it's done, and that makes me happy. And I hope you enjoyed getting an idea of how I process things, how I design things, the idea of same and different in my builds. I like that. I think it works very well. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here on the FTOG Vanilla series. Having a blast. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because that invites blasts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.